which would be way easier if they just had like a native thing in here. Even that, like something you could just like, like a USB port, you could like.
Or I break the microphone next. What happened to the puff?
There were never puffs on here, I don't think.
Yeah, they definitely were.
You sure?
Yeah. Oh, they got rid of the cabinet with all it. They probably saw me touching all of it. I'll do that camera like right there.
What was in it?
Another one of these for the third person.
Oh.
Because it goes up to 3 people. And like...
That's cramped room for 3 people, but it'd be cool.
Definitely a fire hazard, but like, you're right, it would be cool.
Fire hazard, schmire hazard.
The thing is, like, also the way podcast microphones work is one person's on the left channel and the other person is on the right.
Yeah.
And if, like, it sounds so shitty on your phone. Like, if you're playing through a speaker, it sounds really shitty. I'm scared. The moment of truth. Hello? Hello?
Oh, okay.
Test, test, test. La 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 la. La 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 la. Hello.
Hello, welcome back to the Deft Film podcast.
La la la. Oh.
La.
The hell?
What did you do?
Oh. It's like zoomed into like the pixels.
Shit.
Hello, hello?
Hello?
I think it sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, sounds good in my headphone.
Let's get room tone. One of them picks up like a little bit more sound. I think,
yeah, I think
this
yours.
one.
Wasn't it the other way around the last time?
Yeah, someone like touches it. Wait, stay quiet. I think that's good.
Not yet.
Hello? 1,
Hello.
2, 3, 4, 5.
1.
1, 2. Cool.
Testing.
Oh, it kind of peaks on like the loud laughs.
Ah!
Ha! Hello? Hello? Maybe we should like lower both just like a little bit.
Yeah, that actually sounds a little better. It's not blasting my eardrums.
Wait, let me check. Yeah, I think that's good.
Alright.
Test, test. Wait, now mine's like quiet. 1, 2.
Yours sounds this, mine's a little louder, yeah. Are both of our headphone inputs on the same? Test.
1, 2.
1.
Wait, your headphone inputs are different, bro. I'm just looking at the levels.
Uh,
Alright, let's get root tone again.
what the fuck? Why?
Hello?
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 1,
1,
2.
2.
Mine still sounds more quiet.
Really? But your levels are higher than mine. Like, I can hear you the same that I sound in my headphones.
I guess that's all that matters.
Or at least I think.
Let me, actually I'll keep that rolling. Alright, room tone. Alright. And then clap. Okay. It's basically like about. Let me hide it from you. Test.
I don't look at other people's tests.
It's basically about like Rhode Island, and I found like a general theme for our podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about random shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
No. Welcome to the Deft Film. Welcome to the Deft Film podcast. My name is Xander. I'm with Spencer Booth again, and today we're going to be talking about Rhode Island. It was bound to happen. We had to.
We had to do it.
We were eventually going to talk about where we live. It had to happen. We're going to get it out of the way now. So far, and I think this is like the theme we're going to go for. So far, the Deft Film podcast is getting topics that we have experience in, specifically topics that we have experience in, and then finding the advantages of all of those things, but there's always like some struggles that people go through in those and disadvantages. So we find both of those, and then we find out how to overcome those disadvantages, and then we also call out the advantages so that you kind of keep those in mind. The first time we talked about being alone. The second time we talked about like inspiration and like the struggles of like finding inspiration and stuff like that. This time we're talking about Rhode Island. It's a really vague topic, so we're gonna break it down into multiple parts. So, and I'll start off with a question. I want to like speak on our background, in Rhode Island, like what our, like basically like who are we to be speaking about Rhode Island. So where is it? How long have you lived here? What's it like?
Well, Rhode Island's a part of New England. It's next to Connecticut and below Massachusetts. I've lived here my entire life, so for 19 years, and honestly, it's great. It's a cute little state, and it has a bunch of great features, and honestly, I think it's one of the best places in the country.
How would you sum it up as a state? And if you can get a little bit closer.
Small.
Anything else? I would say, I can't sum it up in like a sentence, but it's like one, I actually can. It's like one fun-sized place with tons of culture, art, and energy.
It feels like just one big community. It doesn't feel like a state, like most states do, that are really big.
Exactly.
Like, everyone here knows each other, kind of, which it has its advantages and disadvantages, and it just feels like a really close, like, community, but on a, like, state level.
Yeah, it's basically like getting, because the same thing happens in, like, big cities. I mean, in big states, there's small towns. This is just, like, that small town. It's one big small town. Growing up here, you've probably noticed a lot of good things about being here. What would you say some of those advantages are? And I can start if you want.
Honestly, it's a great place to grow up because it's such like a close-knit place to grow up. Like it's actually awesome growing up here, having everyone know each other. Like, I have friends at practically every single school in the state, and I just really feel like I know the community really well, and it's just a really wholesome place to grow up. Also, the school systems are decent, except for a few, and having the beach close by is pretty great for young kids. Nice. Because beach days are always fun in the summer. You have Providence, which is great if you want to go to the city, I guess. It's not really much of a city, but it's cute and artsy, and I love it. And it was a great place to grow up.
Yeah, I would say the whole thing about like everything being close is like, I think that's like the biggest advantage I've seen. Because like, first of all, like the literal thing of everything being close, like I was in like Maine, or we've been to Maine, we've been to like a bunch of different places, and like in those places you have to like everything's kind of far.
Well, even in Vermont, when we
Yeah.
had to go to Walmart and we had to drive an hour.
Yeah, you like have to, unless you like live near them, obviously. But like in a lot of places we went to, things aren't like 5 minutes away. And by 5 minutes, I mean I can like I can walk 5 minutes and get like milk if I need to, or like something like that. But that's like the literal thing. But then, and like literally, you can go to your friend's house in like 10 minutes. You can go to the store in like 10 minutes. All that stuff. But then there's like the, I don't know what to say, like metaphorical close, where I guess symbolic, like everything's close, but so are like the people, and like that's something we mentioned in the beginning, where because everything's so close, you kind of like get to know people really easily, and it's not like a place where you know everybody. Like I don't know everybody in Rhode Island, but it's a place where like when you meet people, you get to know them really easily, because it's like, it's not like you're in like some new country and stuff like that. It's like you've been in this place where you have like similar experiences really easily. You easily like grew up in a place. Everyone has a lot in common basically because it's so small. And then like there's stuff like the geographical location of the place. Like you get all the seasons. You have like the beach. And like, yeah, the winter makes me sad, but like at the same time, I wouldn't want like summer the whole year long.
Yeah, that just seems boring.
Yeah. And then there's like the culture, where like there's a lot of variety and diversity, and like basically you meet like all types of people here.
You really do. It's great for just meeting people of all different cultures.
Yeah,
amazing.
like
Especially Providence.
Yeah, especially like the schools. Like
yeah.
classical where we went was like basically like one of like the most like cultured and like diverse places I've ever been to.
More diverse.
Yeah, exactly.
School, like
it's
public
like really
school,
nice.
because you have literally everyone, the like East Siders, South Siders, West Side, like everyone's just in one school.
Yeah,
it's kind of cool.
And I feel like there's this doesn't sound true, but there's always things to do once you figure it out. And what I mean by that is like you kind of find like what to do on certain days. So like when you're here for a while, I guess if you're like new here, it'll feel like after a week you've done everything. But like you always kind of keep finding more. So like I feel like there's always something to do.
Yeah. People a lot of times do complain that there's not that much to do here. And I mean in the winter it's definitely worse, just because in the summer it's such a beautiful state. You can go outside and you go in parks and go kayaking, go to the beach, like do a million different things. And in the winter there's less to do, but there's still incredible food and museums and just amazing fun things to do, and you just gotta like find it first. It's definitely not like you're in the middle of nowhere in like a small 150 person town. Like we have like everything you need.
Mm-hmm.
Really,
everything is like here.
Yeah.
What would you say to people who, like, we've been here for a while, we basically figured it out. If I wanted to like go have like a lot of fun right now, I could find a place in like, I don't know, like 20 minutes. There's people who there's people who don't know about Rhode Island, and something that they're facing right now is not knowing what to do. What would you say to do? Well, and there's like food activities, people, like all that stuff. What would you recommend?
That's like, it depends on what the people are interested in, because our friend group is more interested on going on adventures and checking out new things. So like something that we would do is like go to the Trestle Bridge over at Gano Street Park and like climb on it or something, or explore the old train tunnel underneath the city that I did with Robert a few months ago. Or just go urban explore abandoned buildings.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're looking for more food, Thayer Street's obviously key. Baja's.
Yeah, Thayer Street is like the place.
Yeah.
I feel like in general, it sounds like what should I do in Rhode Island? I would say Thayer Street.
Yeah.
But then there's also like Waterfire. Like there's
really
events
cool.
like Waterfire.
Waterfire is beautiful. It's really cool to see fire on water.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah, me neither.
It makes no sense, but like it's kind of cool. Especially if you're new here.
You could also like go around and just look at there's art all over the city.
Oh yeah, there's murals everywhere.
Yeah,
If you want to
you
go
can
take
go around.
pictures in front of murals or see architecture and stuff, we have
Yeah,
everything.
downtown's like fairly quiet. I feel like downtown's like it's weird.
It's the
Downtown's
quietest
it's
downtown
like
I've ever
beautiful,
seen.
but
it
but
looks like New York.
nothing,
Like
yeah,
part
but
of
nothing
it,
really
it's
happens
beautiful,
there. It's just like nice to look at, I guess.
Yeah,
And I've been to downtown like
they have good restaurants.
yeah, they really
They
do.
have really
I've,
good
I've
restaurants.
been to downtown like 5 times in my life because like it's cool, but
There's no
yeah,
shopping
it's,
or
yeah, it's definitely the thing to look at if you're visiting because it's
Yeah.
really nice.
there's if you want like a really high end expensive restaurant, downtown is definitely the place to find it. Like Gracie's is really good. There's like that Korean
What's that place too? There's
Place.
like something
I don't know.
like the Black Sheep or something.
Black Sheep. That does
Is
sound
that what it's
familiar. I think
called?
that's actually what it's called. Yeah.
That place is good.
The thing about Rhode Island is we have the best food.
Yeah, no, there's a lot
Like,
of food. I
Every
think
kind of food.
most of the small businesses in Rhode Island are food.
Yeah, they really
Like the
are.
majority of them are food.
People love food. Like if you go to Federal Hill, you get incredible Italian food.
But-
Southside has actually some really good food. You just gotta find it. It's like hole in the walls. It's super
yeah,
weird.
there's a lot of food.
It's
But-
like our thing.
This
The
is
Rizzy.
like the brown Rizzy food and water fires. But we just name really basic Rhode Island stuff. Like basically what we said is like saying
In
like
every single magazine ever.
yeah, basically it's in every single magazine and it's basically like saying get iced coffee
Yeah.
and stuff like that. What would you say to people who have done all this stuff and are struggling to find stuff to do? So say in this scenario it would be people who have just moved here and they've been here for like 2 years or something and now they're
Done all
trying to
this
slow
stuff.
down.
What do we normally do?
I would say like
I feel like we just go find new places. We just look for stuff constantly.
yeah, I would say like either explore or
Because like the
Use-
amount of times I've been to like Newport or Jamestown
Yeah.
just to like explore like Fort Wetherill or like
yeah, I would say find events.
Yeah.
Because there's all this like Waterfire is one of many. There's like but
there's food truck events.
yeah, there's like food truck events, there's like salsa nights, there's like all that random stuff. And you can find those on like Facebook.
Yeah.
You just put like or you can just
You
look
have to just like.
I think
look
it's on
for
like the
things.
Rhode Island website too.
Yeah.
So Rhode Island has really good events that a lot of locals don't go to.
Yeah, they really don't.
And yeah, basically.
Partially because they don't know about it.
Yeah, because I know I don't go to like a lot of events either.
No. I usually
Like-
I like find out about things
Through
after,
people.
like
Yeah,
through
or
people.
after.
Like after I like see it on
Yeah.
someone's Snapchat story. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
And it turns out I could have just been there.
Rhode Island can't market. No.
That's
but
what your
like-
job is.
Yeah. That explains a lot.
That's why you're so successful.
Yeah, so events, exploring, finding new stuff to do. And then I would say to make friends that do different things.
Definitely.
So like, I have friends that do different things. Like, Sophie and Marianne are interested in like yoga. I'm not, but like that's like a way to find.
Yeah,
like-
they were like, come to yoga class.
Yeah, you probably if you live in Rhode Island, you've probably found the type of thing that you like to do. If you just ask your friends like what they like to do, you could probably be put on to certain things.
Yeah, because I know at India, like India Park, there's like a morning sunrise yoga session
Yeah.
in the summer that like I would never know about, but I only know
Yeah,
of it
you-
because of my friends.
Yeah,
like,
I think one of the things is just like asking your friends what to do.
Yeah.
The third thing I would say, and like the most important thing to me, is like leave.
Leave.
Yeah,
Definitely
like
leave, yeah.
basically leave Rhode Island because. Yeah, I feel like that's the point. Like Rhode Island's in New England, and like next to it you have like Boston, you have New York, which is like further, but like not even that far because we just think stuff is far because everything's usually small. But like Rhode Island, Boston,
Well,
and New York.
Rhode Island's weird too, in that it's a state, and so people are like, I don't want to leave the state, even though the state borders 20 minutes in any direction.
Yeah,
like you can't.
That's like the
it's-
way you have fun in Rhode Island is like go hard while you're here and enjoy
Yeah.
everything.
It's a place to live.
But like,
it's
but
beautiful,
leave a lot
Yeah.
because you have like again you have like Boston that like go like I'm not even gonna start with Boston. There's like so much stuff to do in Boston. There's like New York there. You can like go to Maine. Basically, you have like every type of vacation around you. From New York to Maine is
Yeah.
like is like so different. Like Maine is like if you want that like peaceful, more it depends where you are, but like peaceful, more relaxed, and like beautiful.
4 hours.
Yeah.
Maximum.
Yeah.
Maine's 4 hours away.
Yeah.
Which is nothing.
And then New York is like there's like Times Square. There's like crazier stuff to do.
And I think this is actually the best place to live because you have all of that around you, and it's also it's nice because we live in like a developed enough state where we have like everything amazing. We have great hospitals and education and food and culture, and we have fun things to do. And in the summer it's amazing. But if you need to get away, like you can go to New York and Boston.
Yeah.
And, like
I feel
I personally wouldn't want to live in New York or Boston just because it's so like hectic all the time. Like it's a great place to live, but like this is definitely better than living in like say Western Massachusetts in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I feel like the reason I like Providence is because I leave it so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that's why I like it. I'm like never here. But like when I am here, it's like I have like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So
also it's just like just make friends and hang out with people. Like,
yeah,
that's where the best that's where everything great happens anyways, with your friends.
So yeah, you should basically be bouncing around like that. What would you say to, because now, because we're trying to touch on like all types of people, then there's the types of people who they're like, okay, we get it, like we have to leave, but like how, like what's your process of leaving, like how do you pick places, like all that stuff?
Just go where you want to go. I mean, when you go on vacation, you just kind of pick a spot that you want to go to. You don't, I mean, like, I don't know how else to answer that. Just
I would say like
go somewhere you want to go.
I would say at first, yeah, the only thing
we
I
go to crazy places.
Yeah, the only thing I could say to
terrible
that,
people to ask about this.
the only thing I could say to that is, basically in Rhode Island you can think fast and like you could be here 1 minute, the next minute be there, the next minute be there. You can't do that in other places.
Yeah.
So I feel like, because I used to have that mindset too. So when you think about another place, you don't think of it as something that you can kind of just go to really fast, but you can. I would say like keep that do it fast mindset, that like fast paced Rhode Island mindset.
Don't turn into those Rhode Islanders that are like, that's more than 20 minutes away. That's so far.
I would say
I'm not
that.
driving that far.
I would say the only when traveling, the only mindset you should keep is like the fact that you like traveling fast and you like to you don't like to overthink it and stuff. So I would say something like that.
Yeah, I mean, just in the past month, I've been to Utah, Arizona, Montreal, Vermont.
Even like
Boston
Montreal's
tomorrow.
close.
Like, yeah.
We're like close to everything.
Montreal's like 5.5 hours. It's not bad at all.
And then, how do you make time for that?
Well, because I don't work full time and I can take days off from work kind of whenever I want to. I just do that and then find people that want to travel with me and I just go.
Yeah, but then there's the people who, and I can answer this one. Like, there's the people who like do work like on a consistent schedule, I guess. Like what I do with that is just like, I know they have Saturdays and Sundays off, first of all, and those could be like weekend trips. Second of all, like use the Saturdays and Sundays to plan for like the more like long-term international trips like that and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you think about it, Boston's 1 hour away. If you just wanted to do a day trip or even a night trip to Boston,
yeah, you could do that after work. If you work 9 to 5,
yeah,
you could do
drive right to Boston. You're there at 6. You can go like see a show in Boston and get dinner, and you're home by 11. Like, it's really not.
Yeah. Do you want to leave?
I do. But
Why?
that's just because I've been here my entire life. I want to see what more of the world's like. You know, It's a small state, but it's also like really big in a certain sense. I don't know how to explain that. Like, but
It's just so
I've
dense.
seen. Yeah, it's so dense. Like, the square footage is very tiny. It's actually smaller than Long Island, but there's just so much stuff here, and I feel like, not that I've done everything, but that like I just need new experiences after this. But it's been an amazing 19 years here. I'm very glad I grew up here.
Yeah, I would definitely like leave too.
Yeah.
Not because I don't like it, but I feel like that's just the thing. Like,
It's also just our age too.
yeah,
Like,
go somewhere else.
we can, and why not?
Yeah.
See if I like somewhere else more, but for now, this has been great.
I think that's it. It's a fast one.
That was fast.
Yeah.
I thought there was more.
No, that's all I had thought of.
Oh.
Would you say anything else?
Honestly, I think Rhode Island as a whole is a really great place to like raise a family and like have kids and stuff. Because of that, like Providence too, like the school systems here are not all of them are great, but classical was really great. Number one school in the state that we went to, and I think it's just like a great place to raise a family because it has everything you need again within 10 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
you,
It's nice.
like finding
I don't even
anything,
know-
Target,
yeah.
Walmart, Panera Bread, like
It's like a starter pack.
it is like a starter pack. and
Everything's
stuff.
just at your reach.
Yeah, right? Like, I live like 4 towns away from here, and I got here in 16 minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I never really think about it. It's
I didn't
actually
even
pretty
live in
crazy.
Providence. I like went to school here. I
Yeah.
technically live in like the middle of nowhere, Rhode Island, but it took me 16 minutes to get here. Like,
True.
it's sweet.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Brown's are really cool.
Yeah, there's Brown.
Touristy.
There's all the good schools here.
Yeah.
I think that's it though.
Yeah.
Fast one. Thanks for watching. This is the Deft Film podcast. My name is Xander, and this is Spencer Booth.
Jeez. Amazing.
That was
Was
easy.
my sound like working?
Yeah, I guess
Isn't the top one, the sound just looked smaller, or looked smaller the whole time? Nice. I don't know.
That's all. That's us clapping.
One fun size clip here.
You really do. It's great for just.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Sweet. How long was that?
Oh.
It was only 10 minutes.
What?
Oh no, that's the 10-minute one.
No, what? Oh,
No, it
wait.
was
25.
25 minutes. So it's probably like 20.
The other one was 40.
Yeah, I know.
I guess your round's boring.
Yeah. Well, we should have talked about things, like more things that we like to do here. Like go to Fort Weatherill and cliff jumping and...
But it gets boring.
Yeah, true.
I don't know.
Just
I feel like talking about rounds boring because everyone does talk about it.
Yeah.
Everyone says the same stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, because there's only like so much stuff you can talk about right now.
yeah,
It's so small.
but there's so much to do. It's
Yeah.
just, it's so, yeah, I don't know.
It's so weird, like... I'm never, like, out of things to do here. And if I am, I leave for a week and come back and
Yeah,
then
and then I, like,
have
stuff
more
to do.
things to do.
The weird thing is like, yeah, I guess like the
Also-
only thing you can say about it is like the diversity
Yeah.
and like the variety of things to do, but then you can't really like pinpoint them.
No. And to a Rhode Islander, if you say, like, unique things, it's unique things that every Rhode Island, like...
Yeah, that every Rhode Islander says.
Yeah. Well, like, Lincoln Woods. Well, like, get high at Brown.
Yeah,
Prospect
Prospect.
Park.
That's it though. Should we do
Right.
like a different topic or just wrap it up? I
Oh.
think wrap it up, whatever.
Yeah. Thought we did pretty well with, like, touching all the bases.
Yeah.